back test like this, we could actually go through
Yeah.
what the agent was thinking, and it
Mhm.
like tells us what it did, what tools it called, and all that kind of stuff. So that's why I'm getting it to analyze right now. So we will get that, right?
Yeah, that's a good thing.
Yeah. So it's working on that right now.
Yeah, so was it only selling, it looks like there was mainly indexes, right? But what is
Yeah.
DBC? Is that a stock?
DBC.
DBC, it's the only one.
I think DBC is a commodity ETF.
Oh,
DBC. Let's see. Yeah, Commodity Index Tracking Fund.
oh, I see.
Yeah. Yeah, I know this because we were looking at something like this for our diversified leverage strategy. Let's see. It actually seems like it timed that pretty well.
Hmm.
Because when did it buy it? It bought it March 5th and held it for about a month. So March 5. Holy, that's like perfect timing. Like that is incredible. Look at that. It bought it March 5th, right
Hmm.
there. That's like just the start of the trend. That is a very smart idea.
Hmm.
Fantastic. Why did it do that? I don't know, but it definitely, that was a very good idea. From March 5th until April 5th, April 9th, until about here. That's a beautiful call. Like, good job. You know what I mean? Like,
Hmm.
that's I can't think of like I bet you over the same time period, QQQ probably got murdered. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that I
Hmm.
can't like that
Yeah.
is like a very smart call. Because right exactly, look at this, exactly when the index QQQ start to fall, that's when DBC start to go up. And it held it right up until here when DBC went flat and QQQ started to go back up. And then what did it buy? And then it bought IWM. And what did IWM do over that time period? This is brilliant. That was a very smart call.
That is impressive.
It is very impressive. I agree. Yeah, right here, bought IWM. QQQ would have been a better call here, but IWM still made it money. Yeah, that's impressive. Yeah, let's see why. Okay, so we got some breakdown here. Okay, so the main reason is the radial strategy became a single ETF momentum rotator. The macro community framing mattered, but the final trading decisions mostly came down to which ETFs had the strongest RSI MACD relative momentum at the simulated date. The final trader agent often overrode that more cautious, thoughtful disagreement agent. Interesting. Okay. So bought tip, inflation debt liquidity agents preferred tip as a lower volatility inflation hedge. Disagreement explicitly chose capital preservation over QQQ volatility. The trader overrode the cautious disagreement agent and rotated into QQQ because QQQ had a stronger growth momentum and positive technical indicators. Okay. And then here QQQ momentum cooled. IWM had stronger momentum. Okay. I mean, yeah, it looks like it really was kind of like a momentum chasing thing. This one's suspicious, shows the sell, but has no order submit for that date. And the trader call timed out, no opted. I would treat this as artificial runtime inconsistency, not a fully explained agent decision. Okay, interesting. And this one, SPY had the best growth ETF technical setup at this point. Yeah, so it's really just looking at MACD and RSI across a few of these different things. And then in this case, TIP had the more conservative defensive profile. I mean, yeah, yes and no, right? Like this is kind of a momentum thing, but in this case, buying TIP, when was this? This was in February, February 6th. Yeah, this is right when IWM and QQQ started to fall. So it was right to rotate out of this. It bought TIP, which is pretty stable. I wonder how TIP did actually. Let's put that on the. I think it's usually pretty stable, but maybe it moves a bit. Yeah, it's pretty stable, right? So that's in the red, that's tip.
Hey Rob, I just want to say this that the change color to see our reply is so much more useful. Thank you for making that change.
Yeah,
Yeah.
awesome.
Oh, before I'd scroll up because we'd have a big conversation. I'm like, okay, what did I ask or something? And now I can find where I'm asking my question and go back to where we're having our conversation. Thank you for that.
Perfect. Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
Keep getting better. Just keep
Yeah,
telling people trust in
no,
our
it's
faith.
better. I didn't get a chance to use it too much because I was stuck on that, but I'm doing it now and I'm all like, oh wow, this is so much more better.
Yeah, it's going to keep getting better.
Yeah.
Like what we're doing now with our AI is we're starting to build like evals, right? This is like what really good AI companies do. Is they'll have something called evals that basically say like, okay, if you have this scenario, right? This is the scenario, and then I say this to Gemini, right? What would Gemini do? Right? Like what would it actually do? Would it actually check this or do this or whatever? So we're making a bunch of evals around this and then really improving our like system prompt and skills a lot. Right? So I think you'll start seeing some very rapid improvements over the next week. It's like a big focus of mine right now. Like it's
Oh
one of the main
yeah.
things I'm focused on.
No, but just that little small color change is such a big help. It is. I'm
Okay,
not
amazing. All
you
right.
you know the only reason I'm saying that because I'm going up that and I'm trying to scroll up and now I can okay I see a little small change in gray. Here's where I started. Is I can retrack myself to where I was where I'm going to head. I like
Yeah.
yeah it's great.
Nice. Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm glad that took 2 seconds.
No, yeah. I mean it's a little change, but yeah, it does a big help.
Sometimes it's the small things, right?
It's a little thing, but when you start getting into this, because honestly, like the week before, I spent I think maybe 2 or 3 hours just having discussion with AI and trying to find out some more information to some strategy. And I'll lose my train of thought, and I'm like, okay, what was I asking? And because AI will definitely take you on a tangent sometimes.
Hmm.
Yeah, well, no, it won't take you on a tangent, but it'll make some suggestions, which is good. It's kind of like a shiny new thing. Okay, look, click here. But you kind of lose focus of what you were original going to go back to do, and so this really helps out a lot.
Awesome. I'm glad to hear that. Perfect. I mean, whatever else you want to have improved, like any other ideas you have, anything else that's bugging you or whatever, just let me know. We
Okay.
can fix all that stuff.
No,
And like
yeah, this is
I'm very
great.
happy to fix it because if you're having this issue, it probably means other people are having it too. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
No, yeah, that's why I held my bot. I was like, okay, I got an issue. I'm gonna send it to you, and not mess it up. Cause
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it was that waiting for back testing, which
yeah,
is like this right now Codex is actively working on that right now. This is the
yeah.
agent that's like actively trying to fix that. Okay. Um I mean, one thing I could think of that might be useful for this thing to do. Actually, why don't we ask Codex? So so what would you do to improve either the Ray Dalio or Citadel strategies? Right? Like it seems to me like first of all, the trading agent is ignoring a lot of the advice given to it, which seems counterproductive, but it seems like it made the right decisions though. Right? So, you know, would that be better or not? I don't know, right? Um, and then it also doesn't seem to be using all the tools available to it. Like, for example, or maybe that's what it is. We didn't set the Alpaca API key, which is why we're not getting news data, but we are able to get news data from Alpaca. So maybe that would actually make it better. And it also seems strange that this particular bot, it's a Ray Dalio bot, right? Why is this thing not checking the macroeconomic data? Like it should have access to that, shouldn't it? Or I guess maybe you didn't give it a Federal Reserve API key. Maybe that's kind of the problem. So I wonder if giving it news data and Federal Reserve data, if that would improve it, or if we need to improve the prompts around that too, right? Because like a macro bot, I think should know that kind of stuff, right? For both Citadel and Ray Dalio. And I wonder whether that would improve it. What else do you guys think? What else do you think we could do to make this thing work better? I mean, they're working quite well. Like part of me wants to just run them, you know? What do you guys think?
Uh,
So why don't we just ask Codex? So how would you improve this strategy? Or, improve any of these strategies? I guess we've really zoomed in to the Ray Dalio one, but I'm willing to bet that the Citadel one probably has similar behaviors. Or maybe it doesn't. Maybe it somehow behaves differently. But yeah, what would you do to improve this thing? And then let me also address this other stuff here. So in terms of making this backtest analysis skill, I actually disagree with that because I think we already have a skill like that, or probably even multiple skills like that. And then I'm wondering whether we should also add the agent detail stuff and whatever in there as well, right? And I think also the problem is that the system prompt is not routing towards skills very well because it didn't really load any skills as far as I can tell, which it probably should have, right? And maybe a big part of the system prompt should be like always load at least one skill. Maybe that would help. I don't know if that improves things or not, but then also adding evals I think is quite important. And that's just like a technical thing to make our AI smarter in the future for stuff like this. Let's see this. So how would you go about fixing this? I guess first of all, this sounds like a tool issue. The fact that it came back so large. But then we probably also should add some sort of safety that like if any of these things ever return this amount, that there's like a way for it to fix that. But it does sound like that the agent detail thing, we need to do a fix there. And then what else do you think we should do? What's your game plan on how to fix this? Do your research thoroughly, read through everything that we have already, read through all the tools work, all of our skills, everything, really get familiar with everything, and then let me know what you think should be the game plan here to prevent this from happening again, to fix it and prevent it from happening again, or anything else like this from happening again as well. We'll fix that context window error thing. I'm gonna keep using our BotSpot AI with you guys every week, and I want to see when it gets so good that like it's better than Codex. That's the goal here. It's a very high bar, but I think we'd accomplish that because we're like a narrow domain, you know? So why don't we go ahead and run these? Like while that's going, I think this is a very good opportunity. Let's just run these and let's see how they do, you know? So let me log into this Alpaca account.
that's what I love about back testing, you know? Just run it and find out what it does. I love
Yeah,
that.
100%. Yeah, and in this case, even paper trading, right? Paper trading is very useful too. Okay. So testing. So let's delete this thing as it says we should do. Bot manager smoke test. Okay, so I think we could delete these two. Actually, I think we might need this one. Do not delete. I think we made it for a reason, actually. Okay, and then this one. So we'll delete this account. And then I'm going to make a new paper train account on Alpaca. And we'll give it a nickname. Ooh, look at that. Citadel, so far making money. Refresh this. And this one so far also making money. Good. Ray Dalio and Citadel so far doing well. Look at that. Beauty. Let me just close this. Close this. And then I think we can close this and this. That. Then I'm going to open this up and let's run the Ray Dalio one. Start trading. I didn't, I gotta add it first. So let's say AI trading team, Ray Dalio idea meritocracy. There you go. That's the account we're going to use. Let's start trading. We'll add a broker connection for Alpaca. And we'll add this Ray Dalio idea meritocracy. IKC3. Find that. That not get added here. That not get added. Try this again. Oh, wait a minute, 'cause I'm on the wrong one. It's actually 01 AD. That's what we're looking for. There we go. This is the one actually. Okay. There it is, 01 AD. Okay, cool. We'll add this to marketplace as well. And then I need the Gemini API key. Start this thing.